Alrighty guys, I'm the Devil and welcome back to Endless Survival. Guys, it is episode 25, which means it is time for a bit of a world tour, and I'm hoping that there's some new people watching this, so welcome if you are new. This is what we've been working on for the past 25 episodes. So Endless Survival is an endless survival world done in vanilla Minecraft. There are no mods with the exception of Ep.25. In this world, it is purely vanilla. We are currently using the new default resource pack. I really like the new resources, so yeah. And my internet's down today, so I'm Alex or Steve. I think this one's Alex. So we're going to take a little tour of this world together. We'll start off here. This was the first house that we built. This was our start house. And the idea was to keep it very simple and very basic. And all it is it's a simple rectangular house with a triangle roof on the top. And it just goes in a rectangle really. There's nothing major about it, nothing special. But we used spruce for the windows, spruce fences for the windows. Originally this was going to be dark oak, but when I chose this area and I settled here, I didn't have access to the internet. My internet was down again. They're doing work in the area, so my internet's been on and off for the past like 3 or 4 months. So I didn't know there was a dark oak forest just over there, and I didn't really feel like going and exploring. I just wanted to start building, so we built this. And if we go inside, it's got oak floors and an oak ceiling with some beams, and it's very, very basic. Interiors aren't my forte. I don't really do them. But these chests, we've got gear in this chest, we've got nothing in this chest, random bits and bobs, we've got mob drops, we've got just all like nature stuff, I suppose, and food. Although none of this is our primary source of food. We got my ender chest here, which is the only thing that I didn't sort out. I sort of like organised everything ready for this world tour. And upstairs we have the bedroom, which is again nothing special. I do plan to do an interior at some point, but I've just wanted to build up the village mainly. So this is what we did in episode 1, and this was what episode 1 was. And we declared this place Foundersville. Now the second part of the town we worked on was over here. It was this building here. And the idea is this is a little fishing hut, and it's got an AFK fish farm. Right here, you just take a fishing rod, and you know, if you download this world and you want to play, there's a bunch of fishing rods here. But you just hold right click and it will auto fish for you. And fish is our primary source of food. I haven't done that much AFK fishing, to be honest with you. I think I did 2 nights worth of it. And I had enough for like almost full mending gear. And then this just has all our little bits and bobs in. And I just dispose of the rest here. And these are all our enchanted books over here. There's none in these chests, but this top row is full of them. So, you may be wondering, lava, that's going to set this on fire. No, I have fire spread turned off on this world because I think you can do some really creative things with fire spread turned off, because you can light anything on fire, which means you can make different braziers and lanterns, and just in general, I really do like it. Now, there's no access to the upstairs in this, even though the upstairs does actually have a floor in it and it can completely be used, but I haven't come up with an idea for it yet, so I never really did upstairs. And the idea was that back here, this is going to be like an underground cave. A little underground spring, should I say. And the idea is, this guy, he fishes in this spring, he gets this rare and exotic fish and exports them. But I was going to do this, and then I heard about 1.14, I heard about the aquatic update, and I thought, do you know what, I'm going to do this when that comes out, because it'll be a great way to play with the coral and all the new blocks. So we're going to do that. Now, after doing this, I decided that I needed some place to start storing my materials. And then that's when we worked on this lumber yard here. Well, it's not really a lumber yard, it's just a little storage house for our lumber. And this one I actually smashed up a little bit. If we just get up here, you can actually see that the roof is a little bit more run down. And I did want to do that to all of these, but I just haven't had the time. I don't do YouTube full time, so I have to record when I get a chance. So yeah, and I really like the way this comes along, and I do want to do this across all of these builds. I just haven't got around to it yet. Now when we did do this, we actually put some flower boxes here. If you look around here, you can see that one still remains, and I really liked that one. but the rest of them I wasn't too fond of. I didn't like the oak trap doors. But now that they've added more trapdoors to the game, I will probably go ahead and put some planter boxes back in and around here. So if we go inside in here, we've got wood storage for all the types of wood. We've got oak, we've got spruce, we've got birch, and we've got dark oak. I haven't yet come across jungle or acacia, and I don't really have a need for them at the minute, so I haven't gone looking for them. But the main types of wood is still here, and then a few other little bits and bobs that we use for wood. And again, this does have an upstairs. It's completely functional, but I have just warded off because I don't have the reason to have an upstairs. So that was what we did there. And then we started this. Originally up here there was a tower. It was going to be a little watchtower right here. And I built it, and the episode got corrupted, and I didn't like the episode anyway. I wasn't happy with the watchtower, so I just tore the watchtower down. And we put this church here, which we'll get into in a little bit, because it's not finished. But originally a watchtower sat right here, and the idea was we could look over the town from here. Now originally this was going to be a small town, but I've since decided I want to turn it into a city. I want it to be big, and I want it to be something that we keep coming back to over the course of the series, because obviously this series is never going to end. It's going to run as long as my channel runs, and we will just keep on adding and adding and adding to this area. So once we did that, I can't quite remember what the next build was. I think we worked on the mine, and this is the mine, and this is my favorite build here. I absolutely love this mine. I think that it is really, really rustic and run down. It fits, it snuggles into the cliff, and I really like that. And I had a little bit of trouble. I spent about an hour just messing around with the designs to come up with, and I knew that I wanted this, like, I wanted it to jut out. But I wanted it to jut out in an L shape, but I couldn't quite get that to work. So I did this, and then I really fell in love with it. And I do like the torches on it, although I've missed the torches up there, because at night this thing looks really pretty. But there is a lot of torch spam, and I probably might change that, because I know a lot of people on YouTube don't appreciate torch spam, but I'm not against it. And when we did this little overhang here with some coal and iron and that, and I think, oops, I'm breaking stuff. No, I didn't. Somebody said to me, I think it was a friend, said to me I should hide a diamond block, a diamond ore block back here. But, you know, I may do that, I may not do. I couldn't remember if I did it or not. And we also added this, because the idea would be that the miners, they'd get their braces and their supports from the lumberyard here. So they'd obviously have a bit outside. They'd mine their resources. This is a coal and iron mine predominantly, in the lore anyway. We do use it for an actual mine. But they would store them all here, and we got the blocks of coal here, and I did want to put some iron blocks here, but it really just kind of ruined the feel. But so I'm breaking stuff. I don't have any bone meal on me. And I just sort of like kept it, and I liked it, and it's really, really kind of nice and nifty. Especially because it's so close together. I was a bit worried. I like building with some space between, and this was a very claustrophobic build, and I liked that. So we go inside, and you can see that there's a mixture of granite, path blocks, dirt, and coarse dirt, and this goes against everything that I do with building. I think that 3 blocks for texture variation is enough. As you can see, we've got gravel, andesite, and cobble in the walls here. The buildings themselves don't actually have gravel in them, they just have andesite and cobble. But that's because I put gravel in them and I didn't like it, so I took it out. But for the mine, I think it works. But the floor has 4 textures. It has dirt and coarse dirt, path, and granite. And I think granite really, really, really goes well when you put it as a floor texture like this. So I was really happy with that. Down here we have storage for all of our precious gems. We've got our iron, we've got our gold, we have diamonds, which we actually have more than I like. And we made a couple of blocks of these up when the new textures came in, so I could look at them, and I really do like the textures. I do want to change the lapis texture to match the diamond texture, just a bit of a darker block, because I think it looks really, really cool. And all our ores over here, I actually have the diamond ore there, so I could always do that outside thing that I was talking about. Over here, we've just got some random stuff that I'll either need in vast quantities or I just won't use, like purple. Like, I do plan to use purple at some point. I do want to use every block in the game to build a kingdom with, or an empire, or a settlement, a village, whatever you want to call them. But over here we've just got basically just basic storage and no flint. Over here we've got the storage for the stones we would mine and gravel and dirt. And they just go there, and for the most part they're empty. You know, they've only got a few blocks in them. Down here we've got our 2 super smelters, which are smelting up for the next project. I want to use nether brick in the next project. And this has been doing for the past like 2 or 3 episodes. It's taking forever. I probably will build a bigger smelter in the new settlement that we are going to start in episode 26. So I'm really, really happy with this. And then down here is our mine. Now, the mine, it's nothing special. It's not like built or designed or created or anything of that sort. It's just there. So the idea is we just come down here, we just mine. I do want to do like branches down here and have like a proper mine shaft with mine carts and stuff, but for the most part, oh, little bit of flying there. For the most part, it's just a mine. Now, this was originally our original fall down. We had a drop chute here where we just dropped down. I did plan to put another drop down there, but I never got around to it. I just started using the ladder. So this is a fully operational beacon mine with haste 2. So you just got like insta mine, which is really cool, and I get carried away insta mining. I love it. It's so nice. So yeah, that's all that's down here is just literally beacon mine and the portal to the nether. We haven't built anything in the nether really. So there's a little bit of a stone outline to the portal. So you go in and you can find it, because we spawned underground in the nether. Didn't actually spawn on the surface, I had to dig up. So just so I knew where that staircase down was, I put a bit of stone. But I do want to do like a nether base or something at some point, but not right now. Right now I got other priorities. I got other things to focus on. There are too many things I want to do, and I'm really hyped for this. So that is that, and we need to sleep. So there's a skeleton. This whole place isn't mob safe per se. It's lit up, but it's not 100% mob safe. So let's have a little sleep. Let's go down and have a little bit of a nap. So this was built on the on Halloween. Actually, I built this. Well, it was a couple of days before Halloween, but the video went up on Halloween. That was the launch of my channel. Enderman. And then we had a little bit of a talk episode where we just talked, and we built this, which is a basic. Just a basic house. It's literally just a house. I don't like the back here. I think that I want to put another triangle roof here. But I think I'll focus on this side when we move the city over here. And there's a creeper. Please don't blow up. Now I'm going to put the beacon underneath this, by the way, so. Excuse me, sir. Why are you not burning? The sun is out. Okay. So this is just a simple house. Can I kill this enderman without dying? Or without chopping a bit of grass? Yes. Cool. Okay. So this house is just simple and basic. It's just a house. And I have no plans to put an interior in here. I do plan on an interior in this house and one of the other houses, but for the most part, that one, nah. And then we built this. We built this after we beat the Ender Dragon and we got our wings. And this is a very simple, very basic sugarcane farm. It's really, really simplistic, and it doesn't produce a mass amount, but it'll produce 3 stacks of sugar for paper for the firework rockets between uses of firework rockets. Like, this has all been produced since I crafted my first set of firework rockets. So it does exactly what I need it to do. And this, we had a little bit of funky design here, because this, I don't know what I want to do. I think I might place out the full block. And we just go around the back. There's nothing out the back. But this is the sugarcane farm. And you just grab all your sugarcane there. Again, it has an upstairs, although I think this cuts into the upstairs a little. Nope, that doesn't cut into the upstairs at all. And this is me redstoning. I'm not very good at redstone. I am terrible when it comes to redstone, so all we've got is we've got a couple of observers that basically signal this sugarcane or that sugarcane, and then it pushes off half the set. This one does this half, this one does this half, and then we get a couple of water streams with wood underneath, no ice. So yeah, It's very basic and it's very simple, and there's probably more efficient, smaller ones out there, but I just kind of like this one. It filled this space. So this kind of was a bland build at first. We had, oh, I've got nothing there. We just had a flat surface here. So if we go over here, you can see that we've got some triangle roofs worked in here. And I'm just thinking now, it'd be nice to take some oak logs like down here. But I put these triangle roofs in between a couple episodes ago, just to add some more interest to this side. And obviously it's not finished, but I'm going to work on detailing this sort of like wall out more when we detail this area here. And then in the last episode, oh no, I'll talk about this wall first. So we put this retaining wall up, and I really like the way this comes along. I think this fits. English words are hard. This mixes well with this. It just sits so well together, and it features so well. And it's just a basic retaining wall, and I think I'm going to run this retaining wall further over here eventually. Although for now, it's just sort of keeping the platform that the church is going to sit on. Because obviously up here we're going to have like a graveyard and stuff, but it just sort of holds it back, and I'm really happy with how this turned out. And we built this in the same episode that we built this. And this is sort of like the staircase that comes into the settlement. So if we go up here, there's actually nothing up here, but spawn is about 100 blocks that away. So if you just sort of follow the land, you'll eventually stumble across this. I will put the coordinates here so you can see it. And I will go ahead and show the seed. There's a seed in case you want to. Now I do play with cheats on in this world, however the only reason I play with cheats on is to turn fire tick off and to change anything that I want to change in that kind of sense. I don't use it to cheat in items or blocks. Everything is mined out. And sometimes it takes a lot of time. So these were built in an episode. And then in the last episode that we did, we actually went around and we prettied up this area. We added in this rock, which I don't hate as much. It's growing on me. Originally, I didn't like this rock. I was like, it's my first attempt. I'm going to just keep it and then hopefully get some feedback on better ways to make rocks. So normally I'd go on Minecraft, I'd watch a few videos, go on Minecraft, watch a few videos. I'd go on YouTube, watch a few Minecraft videos, get some ideas, and sort of like mash up what I like. But like I said at the beginning of the video, my internet's down today, so no YouTube for me. So we built this and we added these like bushes in, which I think really helped bring life to the settlement. We also added in these. And these are glowstone in the bottom, and I think I want to replace the glowstone with sea lanterns at some point, but for now, they're just there to add a little bit of source of light. I was going to put some leaves, but then I was like, no, because you'd really see the glowstone, and then now I'm like, oh, you can actually see the glowstone through the water as well. So we got like a few of these here, and then we've got some random tall bits of grass and some random flowers, and this is just done from a bone meal effect. Just to bring life to it. I didn't want no flowers over near the mine. I wanted this area to be sort of like plain and bland, because I think it just fits more, but obviously there'd be more flowers over here, and we got a couple more water thingy-bobs here. And then we go on to this, and there's one more build after this. This is the church. Now, this was started, I want to say around episode 18, 19, this was started. And I quickly realised that, you know what? I don't have enough stone to build it. I ran out of stone. So I then decided to put this series. I put the series on a break for like 2 weeks, I think. I thought it was a creeper. It was me on here. At which point I went and got ahead and got the iron for the beacon. And then brought the series back. And we built this up. I think this was only a couple of episodes ago. We actually built the walls up and put a roof on it. But the walls are actually 3 thick. So if we just poke back here, you can see there's a gap between the walls. It's probably better shown from this angle. We'll go here. There's like a gap between the walls so that we can add... It's going to annoy me. So we can like properly add some really good detail to the walls. And yeah. And again, this has got a spruce outline with an oak roof and 2 towers. And the towers The towers I really do like. The towers are really nice. At first I was like, you know what, I'm not so sure about the towers. But the more I look at them, the more they feel like some sort of evil wizard's towers. And the more I look at it from this direction, the more and more I like it. So, and then comes the thing that I am least happy about. This gaping hole here. It's like this cave. But I don't know what I want to do here. I don't know. I want to add a catacomb. I want to build a catacomb. So I might just make this an entrance to a catacomb. I'm not sure. But yeah, let's go inside the church. Let's just nip inside the church. And then you can see what's inside there. It's not based on any church. And I was going to do an indented roof. But I'm a fan of Hermitcraft. And Wells is building a cathedral. And I didn't want to rip off his cathedral. I wanted to add my own design on it. So I didn't want to do the indented roof at the minute. But we've got this here. This was dark oak wood, and then a creeper happened, and I didn't get enough dark oak wood left. So this is sort of like the inside. It's very unfinished, and a lot more work to go into this place, but this will obviously be something that we do over time, and choke box with random stuff in it here. Let's just get rid of this. Okay. So this whole place has paths, so you can kind of like follow the paths. So if we go over here, this was my tree farm. I just planted some oak trees underneath it, and then they grow to be roughly this high, and then you just chop them down. It makes getting oak wood so much easier, even if you don't get back enough saplings. But I tore that down, and I completely forgot about that. My bad. Then there's this bridge. We built this bridge after we built the house, but we'll talk about the bridge first. This bridge was my first attempt to bridge, really, in about 3 years on Minecraft. I haven't built a bridge in 3 years. And I'm really happy with how this turned out, like super happy. I really like the fact that there's some depth underneath it. And I did want to add some different buttons to it, but I like this texture pack. I like the new texture pack. So there was a dilemma that texture packs don't work with 1.13 snapshots. So I was like, do I want the texture pack or do I want the buttons? But I was building this bridge in the texture pack. It was an episode the texture pack came out, and I was showing off the texture pack, so I thought, doesn't kind of work. So I've decided not to update to 1.13 just yet, but you know, we built this bridge, and I like it. I really do like it. I think this bridge really came along. And then we've got the farmhouse. This house is going to get an interior, but right now it's just sort of empty. And I like these windows that we've got. These like, excuse me, sir, you do not live here. Oh, tut tut tut. Okay, we need to sleep. So let's just quickly. Yeah. Are you gonna let me sleep? Yes, cool. There we go. Okay, so my idea when I built this was I wanted this to be a manor house. I wanted it to be a manor, not mana as in magic, but manor as in a big house. And I wanted to play around with several different roof shapes. Well, not roof shapes, but different, like, I wanted there to be a lot of roofs to this. A lot of like slanted, and we got a lot of triangle roofs to it. If you actually look, there's a lot. And I just sort of played around with the shape and just wanted to play around. And that was the idea behind this whole build, was to literally play around with adding multiple slants to the roof. And we got some more over here where it goes sort of like goes there, and then it goes higher at the back. And then out back we have the farmland. But we'll just take a look at some planter boxes. I never got around to texture variation this. I don't know if I should have want to or not, to be honest with you, because it's a manor house, it would look a lot more pristine. But yeah, this is a farm. We got sheep, we've got pigs, and I can't find cows. I'm struggling to find cows. We got a couple of chicken pens here. So the idea is I'm just gonna breed up one and I'll grab eggs, I'll throw them in here, then when these grow up I'll kill them for feathers and chickens and stuff. But this is a larger project as well, this farm. It's not exactly finished. I want some like wheat fields here and maybe even a windmill. I think would be really kind of cool. But out of the whole of everything that I've built, this manor house and the mine are probably my most favourite. I had the most fun doing it. So I'm really happy with how this turned out. Really am happy. Oh, I did some texture variation around the front. Ah, maybe I will do texture variation. I'll have to have a little think about that. And then finally, we've got all these mending tools, so we also need a way to mend them. And the best way to do that I know is an ender. But unfortunately, I don't have the wool to build an ender. So we don't have an ender in this world just yet. But we do have a mob farm. A very basic, very simple skeleton mob farm. And I was gonna fly, but I think I'll take you guys this way. So if you actually follow just through here, you'll see this like little overhang here. It's like a little archway, and it's up here that I plan to put a mob farm. So up here, right here, we'll go an actual mob farm that'll kill all the mobs. Go like right here. But I haven't got around to lighting up all the caves. I've lit up quite a lot of them, but not all of them. But if you just sort of like head over this little river here, right where that block is, there's a skeleton spawner. About 20 blocks down. And if we go over here, you'll actually find a little opening. And this is where we built something a little out of the style of the rustic village. This is very much in a different style. And we go down and voila. It's here. And I really do like this. Here, where these logs are, they are placeholders for more redstone lamps. But I don't know if I'm going to change them out or not, but it was the idea when I first built it. Chests back here for all the drops. The idea is eventually, though, this will sort of like lead off that way and meet up with the mob farm, and all the drops will be kept together. Because if I actually pop down here, and we're not there. There we are. The actual skeleton spawner is directly below this by only a couple of blocks. So actually putting some sort of storage system or item elevator in would prove difficult. So if we just wait a little bit, a skeleton will come. They usually do come a lot quicker than this. Here we are. And then you just kill them off. And all their drops picked up by hoppers that are underneath these slabs and delivered into this chest or this chest. But yeah, that's my world. That is my world. And the new settlement that we are going to start working on next episode is actually going to be situated. Oh, that's ugly. Over here. This is where I'm going to be building next. Somewhere over here. There's some cows. I found some cows. They weren't there before. I came all the way over here. But yeah. And I really love like these natural like curves here and this one. So I got some big plans for this area. We're going to put a gatehouse here. And maybe some sort of retaining wall. Not retaining wall. Just some sort of wall over there. If we actually go up there. As you can see, that's all it leads off. So there'd be like a wall going across there. And this would be like one hell of a huge city that we'd keep going back to over the course of the series. And just sort of playing around with. Now, over here, there's obviously going to be some sort of graves sort of down here. And I don't know what I'm going to do with graves just yet. A part of me is thinking, you know what, I'm going to make graves to subscribers or people who are like quite active on my channel. So that there's some, what is it called? Cemented in the world. So yeah, they're in the world and they have a place. And I want to put a mausoleum over here, which will have like little like plaques that'll say stuff. And I think we might do that for famous people who pass away that we know. A way to incorporate that in the world. But yeah, for the most part, guys, that is my survival world 25 episodes in. I know there's not much work for 25 episodes, but I don't get a lot of time to record, and I do try to put out as many videos as possible. But yeah, let's just double check. We checked the mine out, we checked the AFK fish farm, sugarcane farm, wood, house, manor, church. Yeah, you know what? I think we actually did everything. And I want to just tell you something, right? I was sat here in this world the other day, and I was just mining up some blocks and getting some resources together. And I was looking around it, and I was patting myself on the back. I felt proud of it. I really do. I really do feel proud of this world. I think that it looks really lovely, and I'm really happy with trying new things that I wouldn't normally try. And trying them and just sort of like making them work. Like, we got a little seating area down here, a little pond here. And I'd never built anything like this before, this rock, and just sort of looking and saying, you know what, this actually turned out alright. You know, I'd never done this before. We tried this a few times before I found one that I liked. Never done that before. You know. And then I stumbled across a video from a YouTuber that I watched, Good Times with Scar. And he toured his world. And he was touring the first clip, and I'm like, you know what, some of those things I could do. And then he did the second part, where he's got his roller coaster, and he's got the ranch, and alrighty guys, I'm back. Sorry about that. My phone went off. I know, unprofessional of me. But yeah, as I was saying about Scar, his new kingdom, his second episode, his second part, just blew me away. Like, I thought, you know, I could probably build the things he built in the first part, but when it came to the second part, I'm like, nah, I really need to up my game. So we built this rock, we built these, and this pond here, and these have string on top of them to prevent them from growing. And this was my attempt to get to that level that Scar's at. And I definitely leveled up. But I think I'm still quite a few prestiges away from Scar's level. But you know what, I'm actually kind of happy with this. Like, really, really happy. And if you're wondering what this series is about, this series is an endless survival series. We're playing in survival in Minecraft. We'll be playing in different versions. We're in 1.12. We started in 1.12. I'll be going to 1.13 and up and up and up and up. And it'll run the length of my channel. And it's broken down into seasons. This is season 1. And each season will last a year. So from Halloween till All Hallows Eve, the following year, we'll be playing with this equipment in this sort of like general area. So we're going over there for a new settlement. And these villagers will all be linked up and will be part of the same region / country. But the second season will be somewhere else in this world, same world, be somewhere else, a few thousand blocks away, new region, starting over from scratch, no tools from the previous sort of like era, and doing everything over again. And that early game grind will be real, but you know, we will interact with this kingdom. We will come back to this settlement, to Foundersville, and we will, you know, we will interact with this place and whatnot, but not until we've established some sort of like trade route or something in the lore that says that we can come back here. But you know, that's like 10 months away now. Right now, I've got a lot of work to do on this. Still got a lot to do on Foundersville. Can't wait to get started in a new settlement. And yeah, I'm super excited. So guys, that's going to do it for me. If you've enjoyed the video, please consider leaving a like and click subscribe if you want to see more. I'm the Devil. I want to thank you guys so much for watching. Really do appreciate it. And I will see you in the next episode. Goodbye.